Just think, a secret that was buried for centuries, for which so many lives were lost, and which the world had only heard about in stories till now. Has that treasure finally been found? In the latest episode of Oak Island 2025, something has come to light that even Nina himself was left speechless for a few moments. This time, not just soil or wood, but a structure has been found that has shocked even the experts. It is not an ordinary tunnel below, but a strange and extremely old structure made of stone, which perhaps points to an ancient secret society or treasure. As soon as the team's cameras went inside, something was recorded that was shown on TV for the first time. A place that made everyone's heart sink. The question is this the same place where the real treasure was hidden? Is that cursed vault finally going to open? If you think you have seen everything in Oak Island, then wait. What has been revealed in this episode could be the biggest discovery ever. Watch this video till the end to know the whole truth, because what has been found today can change the story of Oak Island forever. If you are also interested in this mystery of Oak Island, then subscribe to the channel now so that you do not miss the next shocking revelation. What has happened so far? A quick recap. The name Oak Island conjures up a picture of a mysterious place in the mind where there is treasure but also danger at every step. The story of this island begins in the 1700s when some people found strange pits and layers of wood under the ground. Since then, it was believed that a huge treasure is hidden here, perhaps of pirates or of the Templar Knights. In the past several seasons, Rick and Marty Nina's team have put their heart and soul into solving this mystery. They excavated many areas like Money Pit, Smith's Cove, and Swamp, and each time something or the other was found that made the search more complicated. Sometimes old coins were found somewhere, 500-year-old wooden beams. Sometimes a tunnel was found that was connected to another tunnel. And sometimes such carvings whose meaning no one has been able to understand even today. But there was also a fear associated with these discoveries. The curse of Oak Island. It is said that the real treasure will not be found until 7 people die. So far, 6 people have lost their lives. And the question that arises before every new dig is it time now? 2025 episode start changed strategy. As soon as the 2025 season began, it was clear that something was going to be different this time. Rick and Marty left the old places and focused on a new area. An area where no one had excavated before. This place is being called the Western Triangle, which had once given faint signals in the radar map, but was never taken seriously. This time, the team used high-tech ground scanners and 3D manning mapping along with traditional digging. And in the first week itself, they saw something that shocked everyone. A very large circular structure under the ground, something that looked neither natural nor the result of any recent human activity. Rick himself said, "We never paid attention here before. But now it seems that the real story begins from here." The team immediately started digging at that place, and every hour a new indication started coming that perhaps this time the vault is going to open, on which stories have been made for centuries. With this change strategy, the excavation of Oak Island has now reached a new phase. And what is going to be found may surprise everyone. Shocking signal from ground-penetrating radar. In this new excavation of Oak Island, a very high-tech method was used. Ground-penetrating radar, that is GPR. This is a device that investigates the depth of layers of what is hidden inside the ground without digging. In the first episode, when the team applied this technology in the Western Triangle area, the signals that came caught everyone's attention. In the map that was made on the screen, some perfectly round and flat shapes were clearly visible, which looked like an ancient room or structure. These were not ordinary rocks. They were indicating human construction. Rick Nina and the team's scientists analyzed these signals, and testing revealed that there is an empty space below void which is surrounded by stones, and its shape looks like a vault. In the footage shown on TV, it can be clearly seen that shapes constantly changing with depth were visible on the team's laptop screen. At that time, Rick said, "If this is what we are thinking, then we are standing right in front of the door of history." Now, The team had to decide where to start the excavation so that the structure is not damaged and the thing hidden inside can be reached. First excavation, stone walls and cave. As soon as the excavation started, everything was normal for the first few feet. Soil, small stones, tree roots, etc. But as soon as they reached a depth of 12 feet, the tools of the digging workers hit something hard. At first, everyone thought that it might be a big rock. But when it was cleared, what came out was something that no one had expected. A wall made of stones was found below, and those too were not ordinary stones. They were stones of equal size placed in a round shape as if an engineer had placed them there with a lot of planning. Looking at the structure of the wall, it seemed that it could be the outer part of a room. As the wall was removed, a narrow passage or tunnel was seen leading from behind, just like an old cave. The walls of this tunnel were engraved with strange carvings and symbols. Some old cross marks, some symbols like a language which could not be read till date. When Rick touched the wall, he said, "These are not just stones. They are telling the story of a civilization." Now the question arises, is this the same tunnel that leads to the real treasure, or is it part of an ancient defensive system that was built to protect what is hidden inside? The excavation was no longer a simple search. It was now on the verge of revealing the biggest secret of history. Reaction of Rick and Marty Laginina. When the team saw that stone wall and the cave-like tunnel, everyone's breath stopped. Rick Laginina himself, who had maintained patience and calm in every search till now, became completely silent. This time he just kept staring at that place for some time as if he could not believe that the biggest discovery of his life was now so close. Marty Laginina's face was also filled with surprise. He immediately signaled the camera team to record it properly because this moment could perhaps be the biggest turning point in the search for Oak Island. The camera staff later told that there was a slight moisture in Rick's eyes, but he did not say a single word. The emotions behind the camera were different that day. No one was saying anything. Everyone was just looking at that tunnel. Excavation team, archaeologists, and production crew, everyone had the same question in their mind. What next? Rick later said very softly, "We have spent many years of our lives trying to understand this place, and now it seems as if this land itself is calling us." What was found? The first real clue. As the team opened the tunnel wall further, there was something that no one had expected. A large sealed door. This door was made of stone and metal, and some very old symbols were engraved on it. It seemed as if someone had closed it deliberately. And this was not the way to any ordinary hidden place, but the entry to a special vault or chamber. Looking at the mud and rust on the metal on the door, it became clear that no one had opened it for hundreds of years. Experts said that the design of the door was like medieval engineering. That is, it is really very old. Marty said, "If this is a vault, then this could be the key to the real treasure which is mentioned in every old map and document." Rick immediately ordered to surround the place and decided that the door would not be opened until all preparations were done. Because if this is really the cursed vault, then even touching it without protection can be dangerous. Now the question was, is there really a treasure of gold and silver behind the door? Or are there some old books, maps, or a secret that the world is not ready to know? One thing was certain, the discovery of Oak Island was now just one step away on the other side of that door, which was closed for centuries. Link to history. Is this the room of the Templar Knights? As soon as the Oak Island team found that sealed door, historians and researchers became active. Immediately, this discovery was linked to old records, paintings, and maps. Many historians pointed out that this vault or room could be related to the Templar Knights. That is, the warriors who were known for religious and secret missions in the Middle Ages. The history of the Templar Knights is full of mysteries. It is said that they had hidden some very valuable things like Solomon's treasure, the Holy Cup, Holy Grail, or some such secret books that can change the history of the whole world. Many theories also say that they fled from Europe and headed towards the New World, America, and Oak Island could be one such safe haven. The structure of this sealed room, the marks outside it, and the figures carved on the walls were very similar to the European medieval architectural style. In particular, a cross-like symbol, the kind seen on Templar shields, was also found slightly embossed on the wall. A historian said on the show, "If this turns out to be the Templar vault, it will be the greatest discovery not just on Oak Island, but in the entire human civilization." Excavation begins again with new technology. Looking at the history and the signs, Rick and Marty's team decided that further excavations would now be done with even more caution and technology. This time not just digging but excavation began with archaeological precision. Some new experts were also added to the team, like underground imaging experts, engineers with vibration sensors, and archaeologists who identify ancient remains. They cut each layer of land into small pieces so that no artifact or sign would be damaged. As the soil began to move, a few feet later, a strange piece of stone was found on which symbols like some language were engraved. This was no ordinary symbol. Its design was like the code of a secret order or brotherhood. The team immediately sent the picture of this symbol to several labs and historians. Some experts said that this symbol resembles the old Freemason or Templar groups who used such symbols for their secret messages. Marty said on this, "Till now this was just a theory, but this symbol can be the first solid evidence that we have really reached the room built by a secret society." Now the excavation had become even more exciting. Every member of the team had his eyes fixed on that door, and with every layer of soil lifted it seemed as if history itself was revealing its secrets. A look inside the structure. The camera goes down. When the excavation reached the sealed door, the team decided that no further step would be taken without looking inside. Instead of going straight inside, they used a special fiber optic camera, a long, thin, wire-like machine that can enter through small holes and record video. As the camera was inserted through a crack in the door, the view on the screen was truly mind-blowing. The camera showed a small but solid room in the corner of which were some shiny metallic objects. The objects did not appear to be machines. They were most likely objects made of gold or some precious metal. A large box-like structure was also seen half buried in the soil. But not just sights. Sounds also started coming. A minor microphone was attached to the camera wire. The audio showed a very faint but continuous buzzing sound, like some vibration or underground hum. This sound was neither of machines nor of any animal. Marty immediately said, "This is not an ordinary vault. Something is active inside the ground." Along with this, the team also started feeling mild vibrations in the ground, exactly like an old surface is moving from inside. Movement of some ancient mechanical structure. Rick and Marty both understood that now the matter is not just about the treasure. It could also be the possibility of a mysterious security system or an ancient trap. Team's emergency call. Fear of something untoward. What was seen and heard from the camera alerted the entire team. And then one of the workers digging shouted loudly, "There is a smell of something burning here." Immediately the excavation was stopped. A light smoke-like gas started rising from the entire place. The team wore their safety gear and an emergency gas detector was turned on. In a few seconds, the machine started beeping. Toxic gas was present there. Not just gas. A small amount of radiation was also detected near the room, which could have come from a metallic reaction or ancient sealed chemical. An archaeologist said sometimes mercury or other dangerous elements are hidden in such old structures. Rick immediately decided the work should be stopped right now and experts should be called. "This thing is now beyond our scope." The team immediately called for an emergency and the entire excavation site was closed. The medical team was also called so that everyone's health could be checked. Marty's face was completely serious. He said, "If this is some ancient defense mechanism, then perhaps this vault is still active." Now, not just the treasure. The entire excavation had turned into a life-threatening mission. And the question remained, what is there in that vault that has been kept so tightly sealed for centuries? And would it be right to open it now? Leaked footage sensation on social media. As soon as the Oak Island team stopped digging and sealed the site within a few hours, a video went viral on the internet that caught the attention of the whole world. This video was probably recorded by the fiber optic camera that showed the first glimpse inside the sealed vault. It could be clearly seen in the video. A gleaming box-like object, mysterious symbols carved on the walls, and a slow echoing sound coming from inside the ground. People went crazy on platforms like Reddit, YouTube, and Twitter. Thousands of channels started sharing the video with titles like "Oak Island Treasure Finally Found." Some people claimed that they saw a glimpse of the Holy Grail in that gleaming object, while some said that it was alien technology that was hidden here centuries ago. One Reddit user linked the symbols on that wall to Freemason symbols, while someone else linked them to ancient Sumerian symbols. YouTube was flooded with theories. Is this the lost vault of the Templars? Radioactive signals? Could it be ancient energy storage? Oak Island, a stargate hidden for centuries. There has always been a mystery on Oak Island, but the storm that hit the internet this time was never seen before. The Lagina brothers team did not give any official statement, which increased people's curiosity even more. Now, the mystery of Oak Island was not just a show, it had now become a global phenomenon. Has the curse of Oak Island been broken? One of the scariest things related to Oak Island is that treasure will be found only after 7 deaths. This line has been repeated in almost every season and many people considered it to be just a folk tale. But the truth is that 6 people have died so far in the excavation of Oak Island, and that too at different times in different accidents. Some died of poisonous gas. Some were crushed by soil during excavation. One worker died after being crushed by a machine. The team always considered these accidents as tragedies. But for those who believed in old stories and curse theories, this was a pattern. Now the question arises, has the 7th accident happened? At one point in the video, a voice is heard saying that a worker had fainted due to the gas and was taken to the hospital. People started discussing this on social media. Was that the 7th death? Some people said that if the vault opened now, it means the curse has been broken and the treasure is about to be found. Rick Lagina himself has spoken about this curse theory many times, but he has never completely denied it. He believes that there is something at this place that is beyond science. Something that has always stopped the diggers. Now that everything has come to a head, the team is standing in front of the vault. The gas and vibration signals have been detected and the internet is ablaze. The biggest question is this: has the curse of Oak Island been broken? Or is this just the beginning of the destruction that has been hidden for centuries? Is the government getting involved now? The excavation at Oak Island has now reached a point where the matter is no longer limited to the search for treasure or history. Now it has become an issue in which topics like national security, cultural heritage, and public safety have been involved. As soon as the footage inside the vault was leaked on social media and things like radiation, gas, and vibrations came to the fore, the Canadian government took notice of it. The Nova Scotia provincial government and some federal agencies started monitoring the matter. A team of government officials reached Oak Island and inspected the excavation site. The report said that unusual environmental activities were seen there. Potentially dangerous elements may be present under the ground. Special permission will be required before further excavation. According to some news reports, the government is thinking of temporarily sealing the excavation until scientists and security agencies fully investigate the area. This news created panic among Oak Island fans and the exploration community. Many people on social media expressed their anger that if the government stops the excavation, then perhaps the world will never know the truth inside that vault. Rick and Marty also had to talk to the officials about this situation, because now the matter had gone out of the hands of their team and had come into the realm of policy and law. Now the biggest question was, will this search which has come so close after centuries be stopped again, or will the government and the team together unravel the layers of this mystery? Marty's statement, "This is just the beginning." When the whole country and the world were looking at the discovery of Oak Island, Marty Lagina gave a short but very powerful statement to the media. "What we have seen is just the beginning." Marty's face was serious, but there was that excitement in his eyes which is there in a person who has seen a very big door. But the restlessness to know what is behind it is still there. He clearly said that whatever is inside the vault has not been fully seen yet. The camera has shown just one corner. The whole truth will be revealed only when we go inside. He said, "We thought that the excavation of Oak Island is in its final stage, but now it seems as if the real journey is just beginning. Rick Laginina's statement was even more mysterious. He spoke just one line very calmly. Whatever will be found now will change everything. He neither told what will be found nor what change he was talking about. But the expression on his face made it clear that he has realized something very big. Both these statements were like a clue, an indication that the land of Oak Island is now going to reveal its biggest truth. Perhaps the history books will need to be rewritten, or else what is going to be found is beyond human imagination. And this is what makes this discovery even more exciting, because if this is just the beginning, then imagine how big the end will be. What's next? Cliffhanger ending. The excavation at Oak Island has now reached a point where a new layer of mystery is being revealed at every step. The vault has been found. Some shiny objects have been seen inside the camera, and unusual things like gas and vibrations have also come to the fore. But the biggest question remains. What will happen next? Rick and Marty's team has currently stopped the excavation. But it is not that the work has stopped. A new plan is going on at the back end. The team will now scan the ground around the vault more thoroughly so that it can be ascertained whether there are any more tunnels or traps around it. Apart from this, a new place has also come into discussion. There are some more layers just below the vault, from where strange magnetic fields are constantly being detected. The team is now deciding that the next excavation will be started there so that the vault is opened from the side, not from the top, slowly without taking any risk. But now all eyes are on the next episode. Will the vault really open? Will we be able to see what's inside? Or will a new shocking twist surprise everyone? The team is not giving anything away. Rick's answer is always the same. Let the right time come. And that's why the search for Oak Island has now become a cliffhanger, a twist from which there is mystery in every direction. If you think that the story of Oak Island is about to end now, then wait. Because what is about to happen may be the biggest revelation ever. The vault that no one opened for centuries, which was kept hidden by secret societies, which was surrounded by deaths, gas, and warning signs. Now that same vault is just a step away. But what is inside? Treasure, Holy Grail, or something that humans should not know? You will get the answer to this only in the next episode. So, subscribe to the channel now so that you don't miss the next update of Oak Island, because what you see next time will change your thinking.